Hey, good morning, Michelle Ramon. I don't know if my last video posted. I was walking my dog. I think I have to fix it because the Wi-Fi here messes up my phone Wi-Fi. So then I always have to add this Wi-Fi. And my face was on a rampage breaking out, but uh, I feel like I don't squeeze it enough to get all the stuff out. So I just overly squeeze it to get it out. But what I wanted to talk to you today about was best friends. Like, if you have someone, I have I have a few best friends that I consider my best friends. And even if we have a falling out, I would like to continue that friendship. But sometimes you know, they were never really your real friend. Like, your real friends will understand, but they're not your real friends if they can't forgive and move on, because best friends are supposed to be like your dog. Your dog has unconditional love, and some friends just are snakes to begin with, and they were never your friend. They had ulterior motives of being your friend, or they were nice to you because they liked somebody that you had in your team, or they were trying to pull people from your team. They were trying to use all your team members for some reason. So they were never really good friends. They're just users. And it took me a while to realize that some people are just trying to use you for something, and they're not your friend. They have an ulterior motive. So when you can't provide the stuff that they want you to provide for them, or you're no longer being boo boo the fool and jumping through all these extra hoops, because I jump through a lot of hoops for my friends. I love my friends. But then when I need them, they're not jumping through no hoops. They're just they're just chill. So that's when you know that someone that you jumped hoops for can't go that extra mile for you. So it's that's why I wanted to do this video, to let you know that if you have jumped through hoops for your friends and you have unconditional love for them, then they should do the same for you if they're considered to be your best friend and you're their best friend. But a lot of times, you're only their best friend, and that's why they call you, a best friend, because you are their best friend, but they were not your best friend, and they don't want to go that extra mile for you. They don't want to lift you up when you're down, or talk to you when you're having a problem. But if it was on the other foot, you would be there for them. I'm always there for people. Even if it's in the middle of the night, I say, call me, text me, I don't care. I want to see what's going on. If they were overly texting me, I would be like, okay, well, I want to see what's going on. Are you okay? What's going on? Even people I don't even know I talk to. I have a bunch of strangers that I just talk to, randomly. Oh, okay, hi. I don't like talking to strangers, but I still do. If I feel like they're being mean to me, then I'll be or if they say, don't send them a bunch of pictures, I'll just say, well, I'll block you if you want to be blocked. I'll block you, because I don't want to send a lot of stuff, because sometimes I do. People with anxiety, or they're very creative, they have deeper emotions than most people, so they're not gonna be normal. They're extroverts. They might have obsessive compulsive disorder, which is what I have. And I try not to send too many videos or whatever. Or I try not to overly text people. But if people are respectful, I'll be respectful back. But it's kind of disrespectful to just purposely ignore someone's text. And I know people do that. They have their phones with them and they purposely do that. So it's why would you ignore me? I'm not ignoring you. I told you, if you need me, I'm there. I do Christian counseling and I pray for people. And my friends love me, the ones that have taken the time to get to know me and to rock with me, and I forgive stuff they do, they forgive stuff I do. It's not that type of party, we're still there for each other. And that's what a real friend is, okay? That's why I wanted to talk to you about best friends, because a lot of times somebody could be just having a bad day, and then I try to overlook stuff, and I'll be like, well, you could be just having a bad day or whatever. And they can't understand your bad day. So that's why I say they're not the types to go that extra mile like you are. And they just want to act brand new, or they want to accept their other friends who wouldn't be as supportive, and they want to downplay you like you're the one with the problem, when actually they're the one with the problem, because they can't accept you for who you are, and they can't accept you for the problems that you're bringing to the table, but they want you to accept all the problems that they're bringing to the table day or night, or jump when they say jump, or how high, or whatever. And it's like, that's not a real friend. That's a bully. It's somebody who, you know, tries to portray you or talk bad about you. And it's like, I do talk bad about people like that, because if they're being bad to me when I've been good to them, then I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to be like, well, I talk about bad people. I don't talk about good people. If you're good to me, like I'm good to you, if you've jumped through hoops that I've jumped through for you, then yeah. But there, you have to cross the line. You have to definitely cross the line, and you have to say, look, I did this for you and I did that for you when I didn't have to, and I consider myself a good friend. So if you can't go that extra mile for me, then, then it's a one-sided friendship, and I was your best friend, but I'm not going to sit here and call you my best friend when you're not acting your best when I need you, or when some stuff goes wrong, or even if I did overly text or whatever. So what? Like, you could overly text me, I don't care. You could call me at the middle of the night. You could come to my door at like 3 o'clock crying, or or if my boyfriend's being an asshole and I go to your door, like I did that with Jazzy one day. I was like, he's being an asshole. I just wanted to get away from the situation. Not that I'm afraid of him, because I don't give a fuck. I'll bust him in his face. But at the end of the day, your friends are supposed to be there. If they say they're your friends, then they should be there. And she was there for me, and I tried to be there for her. But, maybe sometimes things get a little too crazy, and you just have to just say, okay, this isn't working out. If they don't have the same level of respect for you as you have for them, and if they can't be there in the middle of the night for you like you are for them, which I am, I might shut off my phone, but if I get up in the middle of the night and I see your text, I'll be like, what's going on? Are you okay? Like, I'm just a 100 type of friend. And even Cameron knows, and there was some beef with her about him, because I guess, he told me she was trying to, get with him on the low and try to portray me as doing that. And I wasn't doing that. I do Christian-based counseling. I pray for people. I try to be a good friend to people no matter what they're going through. If I was trying to man-steal him from Sage, I would have brought him there alone. I wouldn't even shared him with her. Like, if I'm like that territorial over him. She seems to be very territorial over people. Like, and these are my friends that I bring to the table, mind you. I paid her to braid his hair. He was my friend. I care deeply for my friends. I do above and beyond for them, and she knows that. I went above and beyond for her. So she can't just sit there and try to steal my friends and territorial them. They're my friends to begin with. I bring them to the table. I didn't like steal any of her friends and try to claim that she can't go near them and get territorial over them and get jealous over them. Like she acts like she effed him or something. And if she did, oh well, I'm not even in her business about that. That's her business. And that's his business. And she's trying to get in my business. And it's like, no. You don't overstep your boundaries when I'm trying to help people. They have a serious condition. They have serious mental health issues like I do. And we were all there to support each other. And you don't get into somebody's business when they're trying to help someone. Because they could have just did something and, did something crazy like they did, and it almost cost my friend her back. She almost got paralyzed because she meddled and she tried to put all kinds of negative stuff in her head, and she's on drugs. They need special type of help. You can't get this. Is like picking up somebody who was in a bad car accident. You can't pick them up, okay? That's a medical. You could hurt them. You cannot just pick them up like that. You could paralyze them. So just stay out of it. You're not doing no good. Stay out of other people's business, just like the Bible says. Don't meddle in other people's affairs. If you don't know what you're doing, if you're not a trained professional. I've taken psychology. I've taken college classes. I'm a born-again Christian. I'm a priest by Jesus. Like I am ordained, an ordained priest because I have the Holy Ghost. I have, I'm an ambassador for Christ, okay? So that's just the same as going to school for it, because I studied the Bible. I know Bible scriptures. I could quote them when I'm talking to people to help them. Just like when they wanted to kick Sage and Cam out, I said, what does the Bible say? It says love one another. Now, come on. You don't need to kick them out, just because they didn't clean up the kitchen or whatever. Matthew was good about that. I did try to set some ground rules to help Matthew, but Matthew was trying to be a control freak and overstep my boundaries and trying to help him. I was like, look, you need to set rules down in your place. You need to tell people we're going to have a cleaning party. Don't just let them walk all over you, because people will just keep walking all over you. Like, hello, like, you need to I was the house mom. And I was trying to help him at the end of the day. And he was over there, oh, no, I'll do the dishes. No, you don't have to do that. That's letting people walk all over you. Don't let people walk all over you. And I'm not going to let somebody that's supposed to be my friend talk down to me like she was talking down to me like she was better than me. And she's like, oh, well, you're getting karma because you were trying to man steal Sage's man. It's like, no, I wasn't. I was never trying to steal her man. I'm not getting karma. I'm a victim of domestic violence. That's why I'm on the bus. I've been on the bus before. I'm a victim of domestic violence. That puts you in bad situations. It's just common knowledge. It doesn't mean you're having bad karma. I could get another car easy. I could just live on the streets. I could have stayed in a shelter and I could have got another car. It's not about getting another car. It's where God has me, placed me. This lady last night needed me. She needed to drink something. She just got out of the hospital. And I gave her my Gatorade that I had, and she was just so thirsty from the medicine they gave her. She needed it. So God has placed me to fulfill my purpose of what he has for me to do. This lady in jail was praying for people. She didn't want to be in jail, but she said, God has placed me here. She was, illegal from some other country, and she was very religious, and we were praying together, and we were talking, and she said, God placed me here. I said, yeah, I know. I've been there, done that. God placed me on the bus a couple times. And I prayed for this lady that was an alcoholic outside of my suite when I was going through my, issues of bouncing from place to place. I've been fighting homelessness for about 2 years since they kidnapped my kids and brutalized me and brutalized my kids. I've been bouncing around, and that's okay. I could have stayed in a shelter and got a car already if I really wanted a car. But my dad's going to help me get a car. Because I finally got fed up with it. I'm like, God, I need a car. I can't deal with this no more. I don't want to be homeless just to get a car. I've done that before. I've not paid my rent and just bought a car, and I had to loan my car to someone who was helping me pay my rent, but then somebody stole my truck that I was loaning to. I was going to loan it to this girl. She was on the streets, and we were in the same hotel together, and I took her in, and she was cool, but she was having all these dates and stuff. Weird people come over, and I was like, just borrow my car and go out on dates, like take it outside of here. I don't want all these people in my house. So anyway, yeah, she was cool. But then when they stole my truck for some people that my cab driver brought to my door to rescue them, and then they stole my truck and came in my house when I wasn't there and stole my bottled water, and that was for me and my kids. And it was like, what the heck? It was just so ghetto, like everybody was so ghetto doing all kinds of ghetto stuff, So anyway, a best friend should be a best friend, like they say. Don't claim them as your best friend until you see what they're really about. I was hesitant to add some girl to my team because, I have overlooked stuff that my best friends did. And I'm going to go see Lonnie because he is one of my best friends. He's a good friend. I'm going to go see him. I was upset at him for